Hi, this is DeAnna Larkins again, and I'm speaking on the subject again of polyamory. This specific series is about polyamory and its link to non-commitment. First, let's just break down the word. What does polyamory mean? For those of you who have never heard of the term, or for those of you who are new to the idea of it, polyamory means two things. The root word poly means many, and amory, the root word, means brave and courageous. So technically, when they put the word polyamory together, what they were saying was an expression of some type of creative form of art and healing that would induce a type of thinking within the self that was able to share with many people a type of courage. Now, somehow, and I don't know how, but somehow it got a little skewed, or what I'd like to say, enmeshed. And it turned into some sort of sexual addiction to grow this ongoing desire for stimulation. Now let's go back to the topic so I can better explain this to you. We live in a current culture that has a lack of commitment. There is a sense of sexual urgency. There is a lot of fear when it comes to being vulnerable, being transparent, getting married. There's a lot of fear of getting married because there's a fear of breaking up, and then there's a fear of divorce, and then there's a fear of broken families. I know, I come from one, so I understand, and I'm not judging it in any way. What I'm saying here is commitment is a deep, deep desire within the self to find the soulmate connection. So once you have that soulmate connection, you can commit your love, your sacred love, to someone that you love. This was once very romantic back in the 1920s and the 1940s. Unfortunately, in today's culture, I believe the statistics are over 77% of the people in America are actually divorced. Now, let's link this up a little bit more, tighten it up, and understand how it's connected, the non-commitment, how it's connected to polyamory. There's a specific spirit that comes across someone who lives in a polyamorous reality. Now, every person that I've met who believes in polyamory, when I look deeper into who they are and where they come from, there's a fear of lack. There's a fear of commitment. Mom and dad got divorced and they don't want to see that again, so they'd rather go into polyamory. Or, the list goes on and on. There's so many different variables. And to those who want to practice and exercise this idea of polyamory, let me explain to you how it's connected again to non-commitment. So now we understand what commitment is. It's a level of dedication to one person that allows you to be vulnerable and transparent in yourself and with that other person. You can look into their eyes and fear nothing because you see all of yourself and all of your love inside of them. Even your weaknesses, your strengths, your weaknesses. You love yourself unconditionally, and therefore you can love another person unconditionally. And this is the key. This is the key to sustaining commitment, is letting go of the idea of fear and the idea of judging the other person, because the other person at the end of the day is you. Now, non-commitment comes down to, if I show you, just you, who I am, let's say I'm in a monogamous relationship, which I am with my husband, and I'm in love with you, right? That doesn't give me the opportunity to distract myself with him and her, and all these different people can be different distractions. But if I'm in love with my husband and I'm able to cultivate that energy in such a powerful way that it brings back romance and true love to humanity, then all these people who I would once be polyamorous with, I am now just sacred friends with, and I give them just as much love. But it's not needing to go into a sexual manner. The need to share one's love in a sexual way with multiple people is an illusion. Really, this lesson and this idea is about looking at the parts within us that are afraid of commitment. And again, I know this because of the fear of commitment that I've had in myself before my husband. And before my husband, I was afraid of getting transparent and super duper honest and super duper real, just for the sake of being judged or not being good enough, and all these little insecurities that even the most beautiful women have. But when you fall in love with the true divine soulmate within you, then you create a karmic space for your heart to expand. And now there is an opportunity for someone to meet you. And this idea of polyamory is almost like wearing a bandana around my face. You can see my eyes, but you can't see the rest of my face. Why hide? Take off the mask and really get naked with yourself. Emotionally, get naked with who you really are. And as you go through this process, which my other videos will better interpret and explain and break down, then you'll be able to emerge through like a transformative, beautiful butterfly. Anyways, that's it for this video in this series. Thank you so much for listening, and if you enjoyed what you heard, feel free to subscribe and like, and I will share more videos and more series about poly and other subjects soon. Thank you so much. Namaste.